Hey everybody, what is going on? This video is kind of weird because I didn't really know how to use the Rode VideoMic Pro yet. So the beginning of the video, other than this part, is gonna have me just doing a voiceover with a blue snowball, and it's not gonna be any audio from touching the laptop. And then the rest of the video would be me with the VideoMic Pro, but the boom mic directed towards the laptop. So yeah, it's gonna sound kind of weird, but other than that, it's gonna be just a video of me opening up a ZBook Studio G3 for the first time. Not too hard to do the ThermalPaste. Kind of a weird design. It has some quirks, but definitely, to me it feels pretty easy. You're gonna need a Torx T8 screw for the exterior, and you're gonna need a Phillips P0, I believe. Maybe not a 00 for the heatsink fan. I think you might need a Torx T6 for some other screws. So yeah, hope you guys like the video. If you guys don't, totally understand, because the whole audio thing is kind of weird. Still learning these kind of things. And it's gonna be a two-part video, because the next video is gonna be about flashing the BIOS because the battery didn't charge, and me kind of freaking out about that. So hope you guys like the video and enjoy. Let's go ahead and see how this thing was. It was pretty dirty when I first got it. It had like a bunch of like random, I don't know, just a bunch of crud. It was pretty gross. It wasn't even on the speaker reels too, and there was some stuff on the screen. But it didn't take too long. However, there was like some little stuff in the inside and the crevices and stuff. So I decided to use a toothbrush to get rid of all little stuff. It works really well. Bleh. It works really well to toothbrush with air. So I would say go ahead and try that. Probably the best thing it would be using is like a brush, but that's like a vacuum as well. And then the lid had some scratches. You see some on the top and on the right. And then there was like that somebody left like a mug or something on their laptop. This thing must have been like 2600 brand new. I don't know like what this person was thinking, but I don't know what the history of this was, and I do not know how we got it, and I'm not gonna ask questions. But there was whoever gave it us, there was some quite expensive equipment that we were also given before this, so I think that maybe they're just moving. And right here, I tried to rub it out with my finger. It's like little sticky glue stuff. Yeah, after you rub it out a bit, it goes away. Gotta love your oils on your fingers. And there's a photo of it when I got done. Sadly, I didn't clean it up. And the bottom of this thing, it does look pretty sweet. I like it. This is the part of the video where I didn't record audio, but before it, I was watching a video, and I guess the microphone catched it. I believe they use T8 screws. Yeah, T8 screws for the whole bottom housing. 4 screws all in the corners, and then for that little flap right there, it's not really an access door. You have 4, as I'm gonna go ahead and show you by taking them out. And also another thing is that they stay on there. So if you're pulling and it doesn't come off yet, don't keep on twisting. There's like a little O-ring or something like that in there. And yeah, you can see there's like some dust. That dust, I couldn't really get out. I'm gonna try to zoom in on it. It was pretty gross. I don't know if it was from smoke or what, but I brushed it out, and right here we're gonna get some stuff going on right there. It was surprisingly dirty. I don't know. It's really weird, but this thing does get dust quite a bit. So if you guys are gonna buy one of these, you probably have to dust it maybe like a year or two. I don't know. you know, I can't really say much because I use my W700DS like 24/7 for like 2 years straight, and I spilled coffee on it, and like nothing happened. And like the freaking fan, the exhaust fan is, oh my god, it's kind of like the MacBook. They have some air that comes on the bottom, and then when you open it up, it has some air coming out on top. It's so, I don't understand you know, you want that thing to get rid of heat, but it's not. It's made to look nice, so they didn't do that. On the other one, I think it's more typical. They have like the exhaust grill on like, you know, one, I think on the left or right side. And removing the screws, I had a little bit of trouble, but these come off the same way too. They stay on there, and then it looks like I should edit that out. We have like, I think 3 screws. We got one there, yeah, one in the middle, and there should be one other one as well. But yeah, it's surprisingly easy to take the thing out. But HP, how they always are, they love to use their Torx screws. But these ones don't have the usually they have like a Torx and a flathead. You can use either one. Now removing it, you got to pull from the back, from where the hinges are, and to the palm rest, because there's like a little lip right there. Yep, exhaust, all that. And what was I talking about right here? Oh, I saw the battery, of course. I think I'm gonna zoom in on the, yeah, I'm gonna zoom in on the RAM. The RAM, it was what was it? It was 16 gigs. Was it 16 or 32? I think it was 16 gigs. Yeah, it looks like 8. Yep, that's 8 gigs. 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM. I think it was what, 2100. I don't know the numbers yet. And it also had like a second. It either had a second bay for SATA, for mSATA, or I should say NVMe. But it might have one for, I don't know. It has such a big space that it could be a SATA card there somewhere too. I just don't know. I can't seem to find a connector where it would go. And then we have the Wi-Fi card, and then you got the little battery thing. Now, when I did the thermal paste on here, I did not remove the battery, and I think that's where I got into a little bit of trouble later. Oh yeah, that's the GPU fan, and yeah, it was just gross. It had just like, I don't know, it was really weird. They must have spilled stuff on it or something. It turned on after we bought the AC adapter. It turned on and it was just working just fine. And it looks like there's a little heat spreader right there, which is kind of strange. A little IC chip right there. Actually, before we go ahead and get into it, I just want to check out the bottom subframe. We have the screws. They're held on right there with like little rivets. Pretty sweet. And the frame is pretty. It feels like metal. I mean, I think it's magnesium. There looks like there is some, like this part right here looks like to be like some sort of plastic frame. You know, keep it light. Not maybe it might be metal, but right now I can't tell. It looks like they have some metal and plastic inside there, but I mean, I don't really think it's too much of a big deal. They have, of course, plastic right here for these little flaps. And other than that, it looks pretty solid. It doesn't, kind of hard to say what are weak points. They have metal hinges, which look pretty good. So yeah, it's and look like that's like some weird. What the hell? Some weird like residue right here, or something. Looks like grease or something. Oh, it's from it's from that. This little guy's sticky. We're going to go ahead and get away from our T8. It looks like we're just going to get, I think this is a regular standard Philips 0. And let's see if it, yeah, you could just, looks like you just need a Philips 0. Might even be a Philips 1 you could use for these. Philips 1 is a little bit too snug. So we're going to go ahead with the Philips 0. And let's go ahead and zoom in on this bad boy and go ahead and check it out. I believe this is the display cable right there, so we don't have to remove that because it just it wraps right underneath all this whole guy. So we got a screw right here for the fan. Looks like we have a screw right there, but we don't. Looks like we have another screw right here. Looking back here, there isn't a screw back over here, so that's good. Should move my little Weehaw Billy Dad before we get going. We have the screws right here. It says, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess the CPU comes out first, and then GPU, or at least when it comes to tightening it. So yeah, we got just I guess 6 altogether holding both of them. They went that Mac route where they share both heat sinks or whatever. And then of course we gotta get rid of the little fan connector right there, and we have one right here, and we have another one, and I think that is it for that. And we just gotta make sure that the Wi-Fi cable looks like it kind of snags on the Wi-Fi cable right there, so you do want to be careful when we go ahead and remove that. I want to be careful when I remove that, and let's go ahead and get it started. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready on the GPU fan. Let's go ahead and get this lighting good so that my hand doesn't get in the way. Alright, so we're good. Let's go ahead and remove this guy before we forget about it. And it looks like we just pull it out, so let me go ahead and get closer into this and try to get I can't do it with 2 fingers, but I could do it with 1 screwdriver and 1 finger. There we go. Taking it off. Great. Doing good so far. Got this guy right here. God, let's just see. Gotta make sure to record this. And they look like I guess they stay on there, so that's kind of good for people who don't really know what they're doing, I guess. It does help though, because if you're buying this as a part, and maybe you ruin your screws on your other system. Well, I don't know if the screw heads they become what's that word? If they become, I can't think of it right now. But if you bust the heads on the screw and you cannot screw them no more, it's gonna be kind of weird. But it looks like there is some sort of little plastic retainer on these that holds them in. But well, I'll wash it if I can say that. Okay, let's go ahead and get this guy right here. Let's go just wiggle it slowly but surely. If let me think, when I had my X1 X61, I was super scared opening that thing up. Same with the T61, which was the second computer I opened up. Alright, so that looks like it's everything. Let's go ahead and zoom out, and let's see if I do any sort of black voodoo magic going on. Let's see if I could just pull it from here. See what happens. Alright. Okay, I think that might be it. Let's go ahead. We got some, oh yeah, I forgot. We have to remove this guy, so I'm going to go ahead and just take it out from underneath. Okay, so that one's good. And this cable looks like it's, oh yeah, this cable, I lied. It looks like this cable is retained by the fan, at least both ways. So go ahead and open this part and open this part. And these screws do come off, so try not to lose them or drop your your screwdriver also. So let's go ahead and put them away. I'm gonna go ahead and, I think, let's see, does this come off or does it not? Yeah, it does come off, so we'll go ahead and leave that there. And let's see, I think, well, I will tell, oh yeah, it looks like we just gotta open this. Oh, what the heck? Let's see, let me see if I can get my fingernail underneath it. Looks like a standard, oh yeah. So we get this little guy. So that way we could pull. Maybe not. Oh, shoot. Okay, so don't have your finger right here when you're doing this. Oh, man. Wow, I feel dumb. That'll buff out. I'm probably gonna, I don't know, I guess we're screwed right there. So, alright, well, hey guys. Next time, just pull it. I guess have two fingers. I don't know, that was kind of weird. I was trying to use this hand to pull it too, but alright, so that's loose. We're gonna go ahead and keep on going because after doing this, I highly doubt, you know, that this is really, there's gonna be no reason to redo the thermal paste because I'm gonna do such an excellent job at it. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and lift it. Alright, and we're gonna go ahead and wiggle it. Both sides. Ooh. Alright, and it looks like this is of course this is the GPU because we have the RAM needed for it. And it looks like this stayed on the fan, or I said the heatsink fan. We have one right here. Look, what the heck? It's not even the right size. It's like a smaller size. Whoa, what the hell? There's a few that are off. Whatever. These are offside. But let's go ahead and zoom in on these chips. Beautiful chips we got over here, guys. Man, it's a huge processor. And looks like we have the Intel graphics right here too. Oh man, I'm gonna have to clean that thing off. Let's go ahead and get a napkin. I could not tell what kind of GPU this thing had. This is the Xeon. What's the Xeon? Oh, the note's gonna be up right there. But it is basically the second highest option on here. There's another Xeon that goes above that. But man, this thing is just a massive chip. That's like two chips. Two processor chips almost. Oh, maybe 1.6, okay? Maybe I'm going a little bit too high. See where my canned air is at so we could blow it out. And we do have some dust right here. You know, it's probably just better off if I just wipe it. And it looks like we have some nice little felt stuff right there. Oh, that's for the speaker grill. Yeah, they did that for the speaker grill. Okay. And let's go ahead and get this one off too. This one is a little bit harder. This NVIDIA chip is the M1000M. I don't know which rank is it at. That's just crazy because I've been wanting something like this. Seriously, I'm seriously considering the P50, P50 or P70. I think this will go against the P50S. I believe so. Or I should say that the the P50S because it's Xeon. I was gonna say the W550S, but nope. But yeah, there it is. The two chips, nice and good. Let me see if I can find my rubbing alcohol. But before that, I forgot about this guy right here. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of all this stuff right here. A lot of it's right there. So that's good. And just make sure when you guys are cleaning this, if you guys ever do this, make sure that another thing to look out for is try not to get your little sponges messed up, because once you get that messed up, then oh man, you're gonna have to somehow remake the sponges, or you might have to order copper shims. So just be careful about that part, because you mess that, you're gonna have a bad time. You're gonna have a hot computer. Alrighty. I forgot to record the video of me cleaning this thing up, but we're gonna go ahead and do this anyway. So let's go ahead and get some thermal paste on here. Bam. Good amount. Well, we got some little residue. Kind of gross. Go ahead and wipe that somewhere else. And let's get this guy right here. And I'm gonna push it in because it has like these little teeth right here. And also it shows like a grill all the way. I don't know, what the hell is this little gizmo right there? There's like a little bulge right there. I wonder what that's about. Whoops. Don't don't do that. Got this thing kind of stuck right now. Okay. We recovered. What the hell? What's this? Does that even go right there? What the heck? What the hell? It's like some goop right here. It's really strange. Does it really go right there? Okay, now I'm freaking out a bit. Let me look at the... Oh yeah, I guess it does. There's a... I guess that's some sort of IC chip or something. Some kind of power chip. It goes right there. Okay, and we are good. Okay, so go up and think one. Oh shoot. Okay, let's see. 1, 2. I'm gonna do is 2 these time because it does look pretty quick. Okay, so go 1, 2. Not apply too much pressure. Don't want to mess up the bits because this looks like this one took a little bit more. What the hell did I mumbled right now? That was kind of weird. Like me being kind of nervous. Alright, and we are good. Pretty cool. The fans look really similar. So they probably, I don't know, it looks like a reverse version of the fan. Let's go ahead and route our little cable. I guess I should show you guys this part. Route our cable. Now it doesn't matter if this part flexes really because it's so far away from the actual heatsink that you should be good. But please don't break your heatsink fan, please, by playing around with it. Okay, looks good. And I believe it's retained, but we got to also do the screws before we forget, because since it's so thin, it might not even close correctly, and if that happens, you might have a bad time. Ooh boy. Yeah, these little pins are just right there, so you do not want to bend that at all, because that looks, they're seriously just right there. And okay, so I got that one retained. As I was saying, we gotta retain this cable to make sure before we, screw down this screw right here. We have playroom right now, and if we don't do that, then we might not have playroom. So you don't want to go ahead and mess this up. So we're gonna do that first. It's like some play right there. It's kind of strange. Weird that it has like this. Now I'm noticing it. The other unit has it too. There's like this. Let me see if I can get the light on here better. Or maybe I can't. But it has like this metal, kind of like secondary heatsink. It looks like this is to impact the unit. Just an observation. I think if you break this, I don't think it's a big deal, because usually this cable was on there pretty well. And oh my gosh, badness right there. Don't even have in the center of the camera. My bad, guys. Terrible. Doing all these videos, I don't even know how to do this stuff. Alright, sweet. It looks like we have a little SD card hidden back down here. Because it come off. Ah, yes. Boom! HP. Little retainer. I didn't show you guys, but I dusted the fan this way. So this thing is super clean. The CPU still had some residue fan. I had to do it for a while because there was some dust inside that was just stuck in there, and I thought I already dusted most of it, but little dust bunnies go ahead and get in there. So you don't, you just want to. I wouldn't say to tear open the heatsink and split it apart, because that's a little bit, to me, that's a little bit too much. I think just, even if there's a little dirt clog in there, I wouldn't say to go that far deep into it. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and screw everything back in. Do the boot up test. I have to let you guys know that I did not disconnect the battery on here, because I'm kind of afraid to disconnect the battery. Okay, looks like it's good. Let's go ahead and press escape, and I guess not. Just going to go ahead and boot to the system. So we got some dust here. Let's see if I could, let's go ahead and open up NVIDIA control panel. That way we could get this thing heat up a little bit. But right now it's just cool. Manage 3D settings. If you guys, this is scaled at 150%. Oh wait, I guess we gotta do this. Let's see, we got quality. Oh, it's not getting. Man, I guess just me dusting it and that ThermalPaste has a good connection, because it's not at all. It's really quiet. It was a lot louder. I should have video of it, but I just started cleaning this thing up, and yep. So let's go ahead, and I guess it's good.